And put your hands together for Connor Nugent.
Check, check. Hey, everybody, thank you. Thank you for coming out tonight. What a lovely looking crowd. Hi, I'm Connor. I'm sure many of you haven't been to my shows before. I'm a comedian. It means I do funny things and you laugh at me, but it's okay because it's a reciprocal relationship, not like my home life. You know, I'm not a great comedian because like I have a lot of problem with the specificity of jokes. Like, I don't want to make them too general, but I don't want to make them too specific. They have to be something everyone can relate to, like everyone gets what it is, but they can't be like vague. So I can't just get out here and say, hey, food, you know, what's up with that? We all need to eat it to survive. But I also can't be like, hey, what's the best way to learn some Bosnian swear words? It's play youth soccer in Jacksonville. Nobody gets that besides me. Man, I could swear. I'll tell you what kind of relatable experience. Do I have any soft walkers in the audience? Anyone who like walks quietly? No? You just all stomp around like Godzilla, whatever. Well, when you're a quiet walker, this is a situation you run into. You'll be coming up behind someone and you'll realize they don't know you're there. So this happened to me the other day. I'm walking out of my apartment. I'm going to get some lunch. I haven't had anything. I haven't eaten groceries, so I gotta go out for it. I'm walking up behind this girl, and I hit this critical threshold where I'm like 4 feet behind her, and I know she knows I'm not there. So I don't know what to do, because like normally I'd scuff my shoe or like make a bit of a noise so she knows I'm back there. But at this point, I'm already like 2 feet behind her, so like that's gonna scare her. But if I keep walking, I'm gonna be right next to her, so I'm gonna scare her. And that means interaction. So I went home and I didn't have lunch that day. I can't wait until I have kids, because I feel like when I have kids, I'm gonna raise the most obnoxious kids imaginable. And then everyone's gonna know you're coming. They're gonna be screaming because I'm hitting them. I think I'm gonna be a good dad. I'm excited to have kids. I'm gonna abuse them the right amount, never too much, and certainly never too little. Man, it's kind of a cold audience, which is, I guess, a little ironic. No pepper jokes? That's not, wrong crowd, I understand. Man, I can't wait to be a dad. Because like I have a lot of anger issues, and there's just something so satisfying about a child, like having your own child. Because my therapist says to punch a pillow, but that doesn't really do enough for me. No abuse jokes to the peppers in the room? I understand, you guys have tight-knit families. I don't want to have to do lawn care ever again. Like, I'm gonna brainwash my kids. And I feel like if you're a parent and you aren't brainwashing your kids, then you're not doing it right. Like, why are you even a parent if you're not gonna convince them that their ultimate goal in life is to become like your lawnmower? I'm gonna raise my kids right, by which I mean whenever I mow the lawn in front of them, I'm always gonna act like I'm in fucking Disneyland or something. I'm just gonna be losing my mind, constantly screaming like how fun it is, so that by the time like they're old enough to push a mower, or maybe even beforehand, I'm gonna have a couple of kids so they can do it as a team effort. They're just gonna think it's like the coolest thing in the world to mow my lawn, and thus the trap is set. So you know, I'm essentially just gonna raise a generation of lawn slaves. Hopefully my wife is cool with that, but she doesn't have to know. She won't be a part of their lives. So who comes to a comedy show and like just doesn't laugh? Is that like a thing? Whatever. So I'm trying to. I realize I might not be the best parent in the world because I don't have kids, and because I really abuse I really abuse everyone else's kids when I'm around them. But one thing that's kind of scared me is I just realized that there's like a lot of experiences as a parent that I'm not going to be prepared for. Like you always expect on some level, I think, every problem a kid comes to you with, you've gone through that before and you know how to do it. You know, they come up to you with a math problem, you expect to be able to know how to do the math. But based on like my dating habits, there was something I realized recently that hadn't occurred to me before. There's like a decent chance my kid's not going to look like me. Like I'm a white guy, if you couldn't tell. Okay, I guess you could. But there's like a non-zero chance right now that I'm going to have an interracial kid, and like that's great. I'm gonna love my kid, and I'm gonna love my baby mama, who, of course, is not gonna be a part of my kids' lives so that they can become my lawn slaves. But like, what if my kid deals with racism in a way that I don't? Like, I'm not equipped to teach them how to deal with racism. I haven't dealt with it. Like, I can teach them how to complain to a manager, or like what to order at a Starbucks, but like, I'm not prepared for any of the heavy stuff. I'm not gonna handle that. I guess Pepper's gonna go through that. I guess it's just a human thing. Man, no love from this audience. What do you want? Do you want salsa jokes? Is that offensive to me? I'm trying my best here. You're the one who paid to be here. Did they pay to be here? I don't. Whatever. I'm getting paid. That's not important. Well, you know, I kind of expected that bit to go on a little longer. But I can tell, like, I'm not getting a good response here. So, I don't know, what else do I got going on in my life? I'm 5'4". I put that on my Tinder. That's great. Well, I put a 5 and a 4 on my Tinder. I say I'm 6'54". Yeah, I don't get much love on there either. Same. I don't really know what I lack that women want. But I hear a lot of them want Jim from The Office, and like, I understand, like, if you want to have sex with, what's the actor's name? Mike Krasinski. I understand that. Like, right now, modern day Mike Krasinski, I get it. Like, whew, he's got muscles, he's got facial hair, he looks really good right now. Like, The Office era, like, you know, he's tall. His character's funny. I get that, but like, he's a beefcake now, you know. Why would you go for a '96 Corvette if you can go for like a, I don't know. I don't know cars. I was trying to come up with like a bad car. I don't know enough. Is a Corvette good? I think I just butchered that joke. That's unfortunate. It doesn't matter. I'm not getting laughs either way. I'm just trying my best here. So I think part of my problem is that like I'm not good at approaching women, and that's because like I tend to panic a little, especially if they're pretty. It gets so much worse if they're pretty, and I kind of lose my mind a little bit. And I don't mean like in the sense where a lot of people are like, oh, I don't think straight around pretty girls, like where they're like, oh, my penis does the thinking, and I make bad decisions. I don't make bad decisions. Like, I literally lose the part of my brain that's responsible for like word processing. And it gets a little scary after a bit, because like, you know, I'm talking to a pretty girl, things seem to be going well, and I'm trying to ask her out to dinner, and in my head I'm like, hey, you're really pretty, I'd like to get to know you better, and I'd love to take you to dinner. You like food, I like food, seems like it'll work. And then like, I get closer to her, like, you know, say I'm 10 feet away when I think of this line. I'm 8 feet away. You know, you're pretty, I'm pretty, we like to eat, let's get food. Not great, but still good. I get within 6 feet of her. Hey, food? You're pretty? Okay, that's not great, but like, the point gets across. I get within 4 feet of her, and I'm just screaming, food, food, food! And at that point, she's unclear if like I'm trying to, you know, take her on a date or eat her, so she runs away. Let me tell you, I do a lot of stuff, I think, to impress women that doesn't necessarily make a lot of sense. Like, I roll up my sleeves like this because, like, a past girlfriend of mine once told me that it was like really, it was like really attractive when a guy rolled up his sleeve and showed a little forearm. I don't get that, because like, the same doesn't apply if you're wearing a short sleeve shirt. Like that's become abundantly clear to me. A guy walking around in short sleeves is not as attractive as a man with long sleeves and his sleeves rolled up. And I think a portion of that is because like there's a hint that it's racy and forbidden, you know, just having a little forearm peeking out there. You know, you're not just flaunting it all off. That'd be tacky, tasteless if you're there with your short sleeve shirt, but you know, you just slide it up and show a little forbidden flesh. You're ready to get things done. You know, that's the kind of thing a woman wants, apparently. I guess, not peppers. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be confrontational with you guys, it's just, man, I'm really bummed, that's wild. As a comedian, you have to have like some perverse enjoyment from bombing. Like it's gonna happen to you. That's just something that happens when you're a comedian. So you have to get out there and like, you know, like love it just a little bit. But like, you know, here I am, and you know, nobody seems to be enjoying this. So Well, that's my time, everybody. Thank you. Have a good night.